all those diplomats and charmers of the zodiac will not always, and of course not all of them, and not always literally, a lot depends on various other influences in their natal charts, the numbers of their name, the numbers of their birth dates. So but in totality, I would like to define them as the charmers and the diplomats of the zodiac. So whether Libra is your zodiac sign, whether it's your moon sign, your ascendant, or whatever else, if you're someone who's a Libran, this reading is for you. I've already cleansed my space, cleansed my deck, done all that I needed to, and I've also already picked out a few cards from you from the first deck. Others I'm going to be pulling as we go along. And just to remind you again, this is a general reading, so I'm not going to be tuning into any specific energies, obviously. So take the reading, all you Librans, as it resonates. Not every card might be meant for you or might make sense for you. It might be meant for some other Librans out there. And as always, a lot of tarot and oracle readings do not always make sense immediately. A lot of messages are meant to come to you to make sense for you in the weeks and often even months after the reading, when they suddenly click and make sense. So take the reading for whatever it holds for you, and I hope you do get some insights. So to tune into the first deck, I've already picked out 3 cards for you just now to see what has been going on with Librans out there in the past few months. And I got these 3 cards. I picked out 3 cards, and let's see what they are. So okay, the first one is, it's to do with financial and material changes. It's this card. So definitely this is a theme which has been very likely going on for a lot of Librans out there since the past few months, or at some time in the past few months. You have been likely going through some major or minor financial or material changes, for the good or for the bad, or for investments, but some decision making, some investments, some decisions about your financial and material basis, some decisions to be made, some important significant changes, some transformations. So these have been things on your mind. This could also be to do with your career, because career also controls a lot of the financial aspects of our life. So these kinds of changes are strongly indicated. You have been dealing with them. There have been changes made in the past few months. Let's see what other card holds. Okay, so this is interesting because the next card, if you see this, the next card also deals with the same theme. This is again about your financial and your earthy solidity. If you see, this is again about solidity. It says firm foundation. This is also a card which deals with root chakra. Red is also the color of the root chakra. Root chakra, for those of you who don't know, is the first chakra. It's the very basis of our safety and security. It governs our solidity, our sense of ease, our sense of security, our sense of stability, and our ability to live our life without fear, with feeling secure and with feeling safe and with feeling comfortably provided for, not just materially but also physically and emotionally and spiritually very often. So but right now it's talking mainly about our earthy foundation or financial foundation. And so a lot of you have been, just like the last card suggested, trying to maybe they've been investments, maybe other decisions, but it has something to do with your financial and material solidity, to be able to provide a solid foundation, solid structure in some way for yourself and your loved ones, which is as rock solid as the mountain behind, unshakable. So some decisions have been going on to do with this aspect of your life, the earthy aspect of your life. It could also be to do with health sometimes, but usually right now this is mostly about material, financial aspects and earthy material well-being. And the last card from this deck which I have is a little sorry looking card which says Heartache and Loss. Now this need not always mean anything major. It could just be about some changes you're going through, usually at the mental level, some kind of discord, some kind of inner conflict, some kind of sense of a little lack of joy, because some things are coming up to be cleared away, some lessons are coming up to be learned. So sense of heartache, whether to with other people or because of things coming in your own mind, in your own thoughts to be cleared away. There has been a sense of a kind of, maybe you wanted to contemplate why you're feeling this way. There has been some sense of emotional loss on, that you guys have felt, that has been there. So it's possible that some of you have been dealing with this maybe more intensely, and for others maybe not as much. So again, that's there. All right. So now I am going to be drawing a few cards from this other deck, and these cards I'm going to be drawing right out here. And let's ask the question, what is it that Librans need to know right now? What is it that's been working against them right now, and what is it that's working for them right now, or working in their favor? So let me first just draw a couple of cards for what is it that's been working against Librans, or not really been working in their favor right now, and then I'll pick out a couple of cards for what's been working, or what is working for them right now. Okay, so let's do this. So what has been not working for Librans right now at this point of time? What has been working against them? And all right, okay, so you have drawn like major arcana cards. See, these are cards which hold not just small minor lessons, but major lessons, soul lessons, spiritual lessons, which can continue for years until they are crossed and learned well. So the Hierophant is about higher lessons in the traditional way. So something has been going wrong for you guys here. They've been lessons, some kind of conventional lessons, I feel, that you've been meant to learn, and there have been some kind of problems out there. Either you've not been able to learn some things in the conventional way, you meant to hold on to certain traditions, learn some lessons in the way, in a not in a non-conformist way, but in a conformist way, and you've been having trouble with that. Or I feel there could also have been some problems with learning or education. For some of them, maybe some things have stopped, or decisions, or you know, plans about education, or there have been some difficulties around them, and things have not been going as smoothly. There have been some troubles, some obstacles. So that could also be possible. So take it as it resonates. And the World card, this is a card of major endings, when things, major things come to fruition, when you come full circle with having learned your lesson. So when this card comes for you in terms of what, in context of what is not going right for you, I feel that you felt some kind of loss in things that were going well for you earlier. It's also possible that in some way you've been disconnected with the world, things that were going earlier, which were going smoothly earlier, a sense of connection with the world, a global sense of connection. So you felt the loss of that. Maybe loss of travel has been there, and the way you were linked to the world earlier, you have felt the loss of that. So there's been some kind of disconnection with your travel, or with your sense of connection with, or networking with the world out there, or with your peers out there. So something has been there, or you've generally felt blocked. You've generally felt a sense of blocked in expansion. So you felt that lack of expansion. So something to do with that. Let's pick out cards for what's been going right for you, what's going right for you, what is working in your favor, because not everything can be working against you. So let's see what's been working right for you. Let me pick out cards. All right, okay, so I have one card here, and let me pick another card. All right, perfect. So you have a card here which suggests that you have been, again, this is a card to do with financial resources mostly. See, early resources. So you have been very cautious, pretty cautious about your resources, a lot of you, which makes sense since you have been making financial decisions, and money changes might have been happening for you. So you have been kind of cautious with your resources, cautious with spending. You are making sure you're not being stingy exactly, but you're just trying to make sure that you are being reasonable and you're not going and just splurging out right now. So you have been taking care, you have been a bit guarded, a bit cautious with your investments, with your finances. And the other card, which is good right now, because when it says it's something is working for you, it means that this is something which you need to do right now, or if you do this is something which will work right for you right now. This moderate approach, a little guarded, cautious approach might be right for you, and this approach will work out right for you. It will be for your highest good right now. You also have a Wheel of Fortune, which is working out for you, which is again a major arcana card, so which says that the wheel is turning, the karmic wheel is turning, and good things are coming your way. They might not be obvious immediately, because this is a major life lesson, so it might take some months for you to recognize or to realize what this is about, or you probably already have an idea. So but this is definitely about some kind of changes, good fortune, things which are good for you coming your way. If you've been feeling a sense of loss or scarcity earlier, or in some part of your life things have not been going fine, changes will now be coming in, because the wheel is turning and things in this department will start going your way in some way. This will bring good news. Just don't resist. If there are certain lessons you need to learn for this process to go through smoothly, evolve smoothly, just don't resist. Let go, flow with it, so that this process happens in the smoothest possible way for your highest good. So let me just now pull out a few cards of lessons. What is it that you need to know? What is some advice, some things which you could do right now, just to ensure that you are energetically aligned with all that's growing for you, you are energetically aligned to all that's right for you and for your highest good right now in whatever aspect of your life. So okay, just a few cards for what is it that the Librans need to know. What is it, how can they be right now, or what can they do right now which will be ideal for them and which will be for the highest good at this point of time. So what can the Librans do, or how should they be, or what attitude or approach should they follow? Okay, I'll use this card since it came out, and I'll pick out another one. So advice for Librans. All right, okay, so two cards fell out. All right, so the first one, it's again a major arcana card, the Hermit card. This is about going inward. Guys, you need to really go inward and learn your lessons. If some of you are outward looking and you've never contemplated, you've never gone inside for your answers, you've been used to being a Libran looking outside and finding external solutions and getting frustrated when you can't find them for all. Remember the Heartache and Loss card which you just got, that sense. You need to go inward to find the solutions. Outer solutions are not going to be permanent. They're not going to bring lasting solutions or lasting peace. You need to go inwards in a silent contemplative zone of no noise. You need to find that space of going inwards, or maybe meditation. You need to find answers from inside. This is not a small card, this is a major life card. Unless you adopt this lesson, things which this refers to are not going to work out fine. The solutions which this card refers to are not going to come out from a space of noise. You need to go in a space of silence. The other card which you have drawn is, this is the Three of Swords. So this is like a dreary looking card, but it's come as an advice. So it means it's time for healing. So again, I will refer to the past card which you just got, the Heartache and Loss card. This is a similar card. So some of you, it seems you've been nursing wounds or pain, or maybe had breakups or whatever, or maybe in another sense some kind of loss of family, or just a general loss, an emotional pain or emotional suffering, or maybe past wounds coming up which you have not really healed but just suppressed. So this is the time for that healing. Healing will come. Go into that space, allow yourself to heal, allow the wounds, allow the hurt to come out, don't suppress it. This is the time for healing. That is the advice for you. Allow it to heal so that it never troubles you again. Whatever needs to be healed in your emotions, all the unresolved emotions, the suppressed emotions, the old wounds which you've been carrying, allow them to heal. And how can you heal them? The best way is this, not through external solutions, through internal. Okay, now let's just now move to a few oracle cards. It's time for a few oracle cards in this reading. Okay, let me pull out a relationship card for Librans. Relationships are very important for these people, and they hate to be impolite. They hate to be in a position where they have to say things which they don't want to, hate to say things which can put them in, a fix, say things which are diplomatically incorrect, so whether in office or at most other places. And so the balance, Libra always tries to stay with the scales being balanced. It's another thing that's not always possible, and they are not always balanced, but the intention is to keep them balanced. So which is not always possible, because sometimes you need to say what you need to say what is right and not say what is diplomatically correct, to be more authentic. So those are life lessons for Librans. Of course, as I said, depending on their numbers, a lot of Librans might be actually very upfront, very frank, which is not very usual for their zodiac, but that might be the influence of various numbers, such as maybe the number 9, or maybe the number 5 sometimes, or sometimes the number 1. Okay, so let's see what are the relationship guidances coming up for Librans. So I'll just pull a couple of cards again, and hoping one of them might make sense for some of you out there. So the relationship guidance for Librans out there. What is it that Librans need to learn about their relationships out there in general right now? Okay, so one card has come out, and I will just allow another one to come out. They are jumping once again, the cards. Okay. What is it that the Librans need to know about their relationships right now? What message does the Divine Spirit have for Librans right now in context of the relationships? What do they need to learn? What do they need to know about relationships right now, Librans? Okay, all right, so 2 cards fell out, so I'm going to be using 3 cards. So the first one says, the universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. And I'll read the message at the back. It says, the law of attraction is the universal manager of all vibration, which expands to everything that exists through the universe. And so, at the time that the law of attraction is responding to the vibrational content of your physical thoughts, it's also responding to the vibrational content of your inner being again. So it's about your inner being. I love how the messages resonate again and again. See, we had the Hermit card about going inwards, and this again talks of inner being. So not just the messages which you are not just your physical thoughts, but whatever is going on inside you, deep inside you, is determining what will manifest in your external world. So be careful about what's going on in there, because you don't want to manifest something which is not for your highest good, something which does not bring you joy or abundance or happiness. So make sure that the basis of manifestation is correct, the thoughts are all right, the inner work is being done. The other card is, that which is like unto itself is drawn. It says, everything that you perceive is vibration, and the life you are living is your vibrational interpretation. The powerful law of attraction is at the root of everything you experience. And you also got the root chakra card. So whatever you have at your foundation, whatever thought, whatever energy, is what will create consequences for you, good or bad. So whatever you are sowing, it's that kind of thing. So whether it's material abundance or whether it's emotional joy, whatever thoughts are there at your root, whatever energy you're carrying at your root inside you, is what will manifest things for you. So you be careful. The powerful law of attraction is at the root of everything you experience, and the never changing, always accurate premise of this law is, that which is like unto itself is drawn. When you give thought to something, you begin the attraction process of the essence of that subject into your life experience. Once you have activated a thought vibration within yourself by giving attention to the subject, the progression of expansion occurs. So make sure you're giving your attention only to progressive thoughts, thoughts which are right for you, thoughts which are optimistic, thoughts which are rooted in abundance, in joy, in wholeness, in harmony. If you give more importance, more thought, more significance to negative things out there happening in your life, and too much to what you feel is lacking, you will attract more of that. So be very, very careful. And the final message, if this resonates for any of you Librans out there, is causing pain for others would attract pain to me. So if this is for someone out there, I'm sure it will make sense. It's pretty clear that if you have negative thoughts for someone, or if your actions have been causing pain for someone, or if you have been acting selfishly in some of your relationships, or in some of the other areas of your life, in some way, sometimes Librans can be a bit self-centered. So if you have been doing that and your actions or your decisions have been causing pain for others, now is the time to let go of that, to contemplate, and to think of how you can set it right. The flawed premise, my groups, our way of life is the only correct way, therefore all others must be stopped, is the basis of the majority of unhappiness on your planet. Not only do these being pushed against feel the pain, not only those being pushed against feel the pain, but those doing the pushing feel it as well. In fact, the unhappiness least fulfilled among you are those, the unhappiest, least fulfilled among you are those who are pushing against others, because in doing so you are disallowing the most important relationship of all, the relationship between you and you. So when you cause hurt or when you behave selfishly against others, it will flow to you in more ways than you will realize. So make sure that it's time for rectification, and this is a very important advice which will last not just Librans but any of us through life. Now just a few more oracle cards. Let's see what the soul advice do we have for Librans. So what is the soul advice for Librans right now, which can help them truly heal at the soul level? What advice do we have for Librans which can truly help them heal at the soul level? Divine Spirit, what soul advice do we have for Librans right now? All the Librans who are watching this or who are attracted to this for a message, what soul advice do they most need to be aware of right now for healing at the soul level? All right, so I had two cards fall out. I'm going to be using those. All right, again, unconditional love. So this so resonates with the message about pain which just came. So unconditional love, I know it's not always possible, but even if you understand the essence of what it means, it will go a long way. So just try to not judge people, to act from a place of as much compassion as you can, not trying to judge people, not always being my way is the right way. Just try to forgive more, try to practice a bit more compassion, and even when people have let you down or hurt you, try to practice love for them or forgiveness, which does not always mean that if you've really been let down or hurt, you have to connect with those people again, or you have to have anything to do with them if you've really been let down. Just means that try to bring up love within yourself, try to cleanse your energy of low vibrational emotions, of bitterness or anger. Try to cleanse yourself as much as possible so that you do not carry those scars, you do not carry that negative energy inside you. Try to base your actions as much as possible towards them and towards yourself through love. And this is a card of believe. So I trust this is asking you to believe in something. That's what I sense. Believe. If you believe, it will be. I also want to let you know about the lexigram of the word believe. You can read up about lexigrams. It's a very interesting mystical aspect. The word believe holds the words live a lie. So even if something is not true, it's a lie as yet, it's not manifested, it's not out there, it's not a reality, but you live it, pretend, make believe it, which means believe it will come true. And this again takes me back to the messages about vibration you just got, about thinking about and giving attention to what you wish to manifest and attract in your life. If you believe, you will manifest it. If you believe intensely, deeply enough, you will attract. So make sure what this belief is centered on. All things good, all things beautiful, all things joyful, or something which is negative. So if you believe, you can truly make it happen. And finally, Librans, they're also a romantic lot. Not just Librans, but specifically Librans. associated with Venus energy. So I have a special romantic deck here, and I'm going to be pulling out a few cards here for any of those Librans out there who might be interested in this message. Some of you might be looking for soulmates, some of you are not married, some of you might be in a long-term relationship, some of you might be married. So this could be for any of you, so take it as it resonates for those who are guided to this reading. So what romantic messages do Librans out there need to know right now? All right, so the first card has fallen down. I'll take one more. All right, another message for Librans out there. What romantic messages do Librans out there guided to this reading need to know of? Relationship messages, romantic messages. All right. So these are pretty similar. So one of them is romantic feelings. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. That's the first message, which means that it's possible. What I sense is this is for people who might have feelings for someone, but they're not sure if the subject of their feelings, if they're having feelings or sentiments for someone, they're not sure if that's the right direction. They're not sure if that direction or that person would be worth exploring, or maybe they're hesitant. They're not too sure. They are in doubts. They're not feeling too confident. So this is an affirmation that if you're having feelings about someone, if you truly feeling something, it might be worth exploring. They might be real. Take your time. Don't hurry, but don't doubt yourself. Allow it to unfold. And there's a card for playfulness, which says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this is for those of you who've been maybe not giving enough attention to their better halves, whether married or not. And this is about playfulness. If you've been dull and boring lately, and you've been selfish or you've been irritable, this is time for a bit of nice behavior, nice playfulness, to be more cheerful, to do fun things together, and to bring back that little magic, little playfulness, be a little more childlike, and to bring that energy, that spark back again, and to let go of solid, to let go of those irritable energies or low vibrational energies or negative energies or any heaviness. So these are two wonderful, nice messages for Librans out there in terms of romantic relationships. And my final card draw before I end this reading is going to be from the Archangel Michael deck. This is a beautiful deck, and it always gives me wonderfully insightful, accurate messages. Archangel Michael is the archangel of protection, also known to be the guardian saint for people who are in professions like the police, which involves some kind of danger, some kind of intense activities. So he is the archangel of protection, and I have truly had personal experiences also when I have felt protection personally in my life through connecting with this energy. So these are now going to be some messages for Librans. So from Archangel Michael, please send some messages for the Librans out there who are guided to this reading. What messages of love and protection and guidance from you do they need to be aware of right now for the Librans guided to this reading? Okay, let's see what messages come up from this wonderful deck. Messages for Librans out there. All right, I got one message, and I will pick out another one. Let's see, another one more message for the Librans out there. Okay, let me just pick one myself. All right, so keep this one on the side. Okay, just one message for the Librans out there from Archangel Michael. All right, this one. Okay, so the first message which fell out was this one. There couldn't have been a better one: guarded and protected. That's what you are. So if you guys have been having some concerns lately with all that heartache and loss kind of thing, and with the low energy and all the kind of decision making and ups and downs, it says you're guarded and protected. This is a prayer here in this message which says, thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we're safe and that all of our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it's right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. This is just a message which says that you are divinely protected and the universe has your back. So if you've been really feeling worried or vulnerable or insecure lately, especially with the way things have been, you need not really trust and feel more at peace than you've been feeling lately. And the other message which I just picked up, it's wonderful. See what it says? And this is so in alignment with all the messages, so many messages that you've got about the vibration, about attraction, about belief. It says positive thoughts create positive results. One more message if we needed any reaffirmation about the power of your thoughts, Librans. So no more negative thinking, no more heavy thinking, no more selfish thinking, no more low vibrational thinking. And if you've been doing that unaware, now's the time to snap back into attention and pay more conscious attention, mindful about your thoughts. This says, divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continuously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and situation. Again, a message also asking you to be aware about the light in every person, not to be selfish in your actions, not to cause pain to others, even if you've not been aware, even if you don't intend to cause pain, but you've just been acting callously or just been thinking of your own self in your decisions. Even if you've been doing that, now's the time to realize that you need to pay attention to a lot more things from a lot more compassionate way. And this is maybe just something which has been happening lately. This does not mean that you guys have been like that always, all the time. This is only human. But since we are focusing on the energy that's been around lately, and these cards are for the next few months, this is the message for you. And it's also possible because you've been feeling negative, if you've been feeling low or you've been feeling heavy with some decisions, you have not really paid attention to other people and how your actions or how your decisions might be impacting them. So positive thoughts for yourself and positive thoughts for others. Feel cheerful, go inside, feel connected, feel cheerful, and spread the cheer for yourself and for others. On that note, I'm going to be ending this reading, and take care and have a great month ahead, and have a great time manifesting beautiful realities by thinking beautiful thoughts. Don't give up. All's going to work out. Remember, you had that Wheel of Fortune card. Take care, be patient, be joyful, bring back a playful element in your life, and have a great rest of the day and night, whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye.